Wailers versus Sky Me, something like that. Sky Sports.
Spiceboys.
Spiceboys. All right. Now I don't know either of these teams except Wailers a little bit. Do you have any idea who's gonna win? Who's the favorite?
I think Wailers are going to win this pretty easily. I think they're quite good, and I think the other team is quite like a random team, just a makeshift team. So.
Okay. Any good players in there? I saw Hybrid in there, Ohm, Airwave.
I think the whole of Wailers is pretty good. Like all of them are pretty solid, and on the other team, Vision and Vesh are also pretty good. Like, but I don't think they play that much anymore. So I don't know. We have to see, I guess.
Okay, perfect. I think I heard the countdown, so I think the match is about to go live. Not really sure. Let's see if producer can switch.
Flag.
I believe the Wailers point of view. Yep.
Yeah, I think this is hybrid.
Hybrid. Good use with the grenade launcher there, picking up 2 easy kills already. And it looks like Wailers did control the grenade launcher, but lost control of top gold. Would you say top gold is the most important thing?
Yeah, gold is definitely more important. But you see, right now they're pushing gold, so I think they have complete map control right now. So I'm guessing this is going to be like, well, the flag got killed. So
yeah, looks like they're still controlling the spawns though, and it looks like someone is running the flag. There you go. So that's a 1-0 cap. Looks like a controlled cap. They seem to have control of gold, like you said. That's really important. And they have all the power weapons as well. It looks like they had sniper grenade launchers out now, but they did have it. And it looks like they're just spawn killing Spiceboys now.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good for Wailers right now. They just have to stay on goal in the middle, and then they're just going to keep running those flags.
And they're already running the second flag, and it looks like Vision's the only one who's able to put shots in at all. Looks like someone did go bottom middle, so let's see if Wailers catch up to him. There goes Hybrid.
You see Hybrid getting killed. Well, they still kill the other team on spawn every single time. So
yeah, and they managed actually to put the second flag in. So they weren't in the best position to cap it, but they still managed to do so. And it looks like Wailers is trying to push back for control because Spiceboys did take over gold on that position. So it's all about teamwork.
I think they're now 3 down for Wailers. Yeah, 3 down. So this might be a cap if Spiceboys control is good.
4 down at the same time, that's never good.
Yeah.
I haven't played Halo in a while, but 4 down at the same time is the last thing you want it to happen, because if the other team is good, they will be able to spawn trap you and they will be able to get a guaranteed cap.
Yeah, exactly. You always need like at least one guy to be like a distraction when you spawn.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like Spiceboys didn't do the best of jobs by spawn killing, but they did manage to run the flag a bit. Can't see if they're capping, but they're really close.
Yeah, they're 3 down. Yeah, this is a cap.
Yep. And they actually, Spiceboys managed to cap and put 3 down.
Yeah, I think they're strong gold and they got sniped, like the new snipe that spawned 30 seconds ago. So
looks like a second cap.
Yeah.
Alright, Wailers is 3 up now. They're pushing through grenade, but it seems because the only reason they're doing that is because they couldn't push gold at all.
Yeah, I think this is like, well, it might work right now, but I think it's like, it's not a good idea at all. You just need to push the middle in gold and maybe one guy on mid-ramp, but they're all pushing mid-ramp, and I don't think that's going to work.
Okay. Well, it seems, I definitely agree with that from what I've seen. It always seems to be better, even though gold might be full with 3 guys.
Yeah.
Better to just try and push them, get that top control, maybe lose a cap, but get control back.
Yeah.
Although it seemed to have worked for them. Although they lost, they still didn't have any control at all. They did stop the fly cap. So Spiceboys still in control, but at least the score is still the same as it was before.
Yeah.
You see Vision and Hybrid in a one-on-one battle, and Hybrid wins that fairly easily.
Yeah, Hybrid's got a pretty good DMR, well, from what I've seen online. So.
Yeah, you used to play with him for a little.
Yeah, but we didn't team for long though. It was like only 2 weeks, I think, and we didn't really practice back then.
Yeah.
So
you would say he's definitely one of the better talents in Holland and in Europe.
Yeah. If he just plays like he does online, like don't do other things, then he's definitely one of the better players in Europe.
Chokes. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, that's one of the first things. I don't think he's been to many tournaments yet, has he?
I don't think so. I think he went to 1 in Halo 3 and then 2 reflexes.
Yeah.
That's it, I guess.
This would be his second or still?
This is his 3rd, I think. or maybe 4th even.
Okay, so this should be one of the tournaments
Yeah.
where he at least shows his improvement and shows he's a top level player.
Well, he played pretty good. The Reflex we went with, and I was backing out alone in Hybrid as well. He played pretty good, but yeah, we lost because lack of practice, and yeah, he couldn't really show what he was capable of just because of that as well.
Yeah. Looks like there's still a lot of fighting for top goal control. Both teams really scrapping for that top goal. No one really keeping position. No one keeping both power weapons. And it seems a bit random at the moment. There don't seem to be any team pushes. I don't see any flanking or double teaming at all, or bait and switch moves. Bait and switch moves. Sorry. It seems 3 down for Spiceboys now, and Wailers seem to be in position a little bit. So let's see if they can maybe get a cap out of this.
I don't think we got anyone to middle, but only one guy in goal, and I think Spiceboys is going to stop this cap. If they don't rush a bit, they'll just get it.
What would you say is the better power weapon on this map, the grenade launcher or the sniper?
I think grenade launch can be very good with me, like a player that's good with it, because it's still a bit tricky to be good at it. Just because, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not like if your aim's on it, you don't have a kill. You have to time it perfectly.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people. There seems to be a lot of difference between some people who hit the grenade launcher once and kill it, some people like straight away, and then other people seem to get no kills or something like that. They don't seem to get kills ever with it.
Yeah, I think Wailers went like near him a lot because Hybrid's pretty good with the nail launch. He took it in the beginning as well, and yeah, like he can one-shot people with the nail launch, and every time basically.
So yeah, that seems to be a big decision as well. Do you want to control gold, or do you want to take that risk and actually go for the grenade launch?
I still think snipe is much more important, just because of the long range advantage you have, and because of the angles on this map, it's much more important to control sniper.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. If you have a good sniper, or if you have multiple good snipers, then I would always say sniper is probably a very underrated weapon.
Yeah.
But as we know, for example, a lot of the UK teams aren't known for that great snipers, and things like rockets and grenade launchers are really handy for them. So I think it really differs per team, and
definitely.
you need to be good with the sniper. Vision showed off really nice direction.
The good thing, well, it's not necessarily a good thing, but like the easy thing on reach is that the sniper's not that hard. Well, you got a lot of auto aim, and body shots are pretty easy. So I think most of the teams got like at least a decent snipe.
Yeah, so the main thing seems to really be though controlling gold. Power weapons or not, gold will normally win you a map, or at least get you a lot of control. And normally, if you're a good team with that control, you'll be able to win maps and game types.
Yeah, but I think like the teams that are playing now are doing wrong. Like they're not controlling top middle. Top middle is also like people seem to think that landing is gold, but like top middle is also a big gold. Well, not really gold, but like. If you say gold's the power position, then you should get to middle as well.
Okay.
You see right now one's got to middle, and they can't really do anything off spawn. Well, they can run ring one, but it's not really going to work.
There's actually a surprising amount of cover on top gold if you know how to handle it. There's like so many ramps and angles that you can only shoot them and they can barely shoot you and that kind of thing. So yeah, it definitely seems like top middle is an underrated position. As you said, they were actually controlling top gold and top middle for a little bit, and they already got a cap off it really easily. So it's 3-1 to Wailers now. They're looking in. But obviously we still have a lot of time to play, and you never know what can happen.
Yeah, you can cap pretty easily on this map if you got like a good setup. You can even cap twice. Oh, nice snipe right there. Well, shooting.
That's so funny. He hit the shot. Oh, that's nice.
That's pretty nice.
I'm wondering if he can maintain his level against it. Wow, good shots, great shots by Hybrid.
Yeah, Hybrid is basically controlling gold on his own right now. Like, if someone can do that, it's always an easy thing to have on their team.
Yeah, and this basically proves the point that the snipe is really important if you're good with it. He basically cleaned out 3 players on his own, and basically he took care of that cap on his own. That's all you need if you have a good sniper and good momentum.
He got like 3 kills, I think, in that cap, and yeah, it's always a good thing, I guess.
Yeah, it seems that Wailers is definitely in control, not getting warmed up a bit. I still don't see a lot of teamwork, but they don't seem to need it against this team per se.
Yeah.
I'm definitely wondering if Hybrid can keep up this level against the better players, Apex, your own team, and LLL Big Net Pass. Because that's going to be, if he wants to make an impact on the community, that's going to be the matches where he needs to show it.
Flag taken.
This is great positioning though. That was a great flag.
Yeah, that was a great flag. I think he made like 3 people one shot, or at least kill one and made 2 one shots. So all he's going to do right now is just watch his flag. Oh, what? They threw the flag up. Didn't notice that. So
yeah, they actually when Hybrid pulled the flag out, they Spiceboys actually threw the flag out as well. And the hometown hero Shinada's just into the building. He's really gay, but he loves it. Yeah, the match is almost over though, but Spiceboys still have control of the other flag. And there you go.
Game over.
5-1. That's the first match. Oh my god, it's right. So we have basically everyone of LOL, and I think
everyone of Big
as well.
I think, yeah.
So Ohm actually went huge that match, plus 11, 20 kills, 9 deaths, 8 assists as well. So Hybrid and Ohm seem to have been doing the most slaying work, assisting work. And yeah, it was Jam King and Airwave running a lot of the flags. You did notice that Airwave has always liked to do objective.
Yeah, Airwave is a really good team player. It's a good player to have on your team, just because like he's a leader as well. Like he says what you have to do, and yeah.
Yeah, it's always handy to have a guy who has been there. I mean, Airwave has been playing. He played, I think 2 years before I even started. So he must have been been playing for I think 8 years now or something like that. That's ridiculous actually. He's one of the only players who's ever been to a Dutch Halo CE tournament, even a Halo 1 tournament.
I didn't know that.
No, yeah, it's pretty intense. Like this guy's been in the scene since the start, and he's still going strong. So I'm not sure.
Second game right here.
And this is Team Slayer on?
Oasis.
Oasis. So this is a new map, right?
Yeah, this is a new map. To be honest, I don't even know what to do here. Well, not yet. I played like 3 times, but I think green is definitely the more important side. But you also need like one guy right here where Hybrid is, and well, he dropped down here for evade. It might help, it might not.
Is this a symmetrical map, or is this?
Yeah, it is. Okay. We got a snipe spawning bottom green, then nail launch on the bridge, and then evade bottom nail launch.
But so, this is a really new map, so most of these teams have not played it
yet,
probably. So it's basically we can basically expect that the team with the best teamwork will win.
I think it's gonna be pretty random right now. I think it's going to be pretty random still, because no one really knows what's the best plays right now. Well, not really the best nail on shot right there, but he stays alive.
Yeah, trying to keep, but honestly, I mean, he didn't do much with evade and the grenade launcher, and that combination is probably the best in the game. Well, one of the best in the game, at least.
Exactly. It's so easy to kill people with one shot if you get evade.
Yeah, and get away as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's good shots across the map, though, good teamwork. But it seems that both these teams don't really know what to do.
Yeah.
And it's just the initial teamwork of Wailers which will probably win this map.
I think we'll see that throughout the whole tournament. Just like the team with the best teamwork, and just I think there are going to be a lot of individual battles as well. So with the individual skill, it's going to win, I think.
Yeah, I think Spiceboys is probably really outmatched in this tournament. Wailers is probably.
I think they can put up a good fight though against like the other 3 teams. I always thought that Ohm was really good. Like I teamed with them at Reflex 1 and with Airwave as well, and they're really good players. And Hybrid as well, obviously. And Jam King is quite new. Well, not really new, but quite new to like one of the better teams in Europe.
I noticed him at the last Reflex though. He was really one of the better players.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, he was like you said, on active. Not one of the better teams, but the way he was playing and the amount of kills he was getting, I know a lot of the better players are actually taking notice. He was playing really well.
Yeah.
Hij gaat keihard.
Right now you see like Wailers get more than double the kills than the other team and just keep that control.
Yeah, so we just hit the 30 kill mark on the team player, and yeah, so this is where the team slayer gets interesting. 32 to 15, not that interesting, however, but normally, as is a famous MLG quote, the team slayers don't stun until they hit the 35, 30 kill mark, and I think this one it was kind of over at the 20 kill mark though, when they already doubled the score.
Yeah.
35 to 16 almost.
Yeah, I think Hybrids got like 15 kills already, or 14. Yeah, 14. It's like almost the same as the other team.
Yeah, it looks like Ohm and Hybrid are definitely doing the most work though, as far as slaying and assisting though. It seems that Airwave and Jam King are definitely there for assisting and just general control of the map. Because a lot of people think just because people aren't getting killed and they're not assisting doesn't necessarily mean they're playing bad. They're doing exactly what the rest of the teammates need them to do. By holding down certain areas or holding down certain spawns, they're forcing the other team to spawn in crappy situations, crappy spots.
A lot of people don't notice that, but like it's really important to have people in our team doing that, else the other two players on your team can't do anything.
Yeah.
Well, you can have like two people running around, but if they don't have the support, they can't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. I think one of the most underrated players who used to do that, you played with him, I played with him for years as well, was
For real. Yeah.
Exactly. Like he held down so many positions and he did so much assisting, and even in matches he wasn't playing that well, and he was still sticking to his positions and doing his thing, and that's why a lot of people like to play with him, even though he didn't put up the best numbers.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, and at first when I saw him playing on Halo 3, I thought he was like, wasn't that good like on the level of LOL, but when I started playing with him, I just noticed how smart he was and what he does for the team.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the most underrated things in the game for sure. Well, the game's ended, but we already called that, I think. 50 to 23, so definitely a stake. And yeah, Hybrid and Ohm definitely seem to go off in that match.
It's the best of 5.
This is a best of 5, yeah. All the matches are going to be best of 5 people. We're going to have a special setup for this tournament, seeing as we only have 5 teams. It's a big group stage, so every team's playing every other team.
Yeah.
And the numbers 1 and 2 of the group are actually playing each other in the grand finals, and that's basically
Grand finals?
Yes.
Okay.
And the numbers 3 and 4 in the group are actually just playing for 3rd place. So everyone will get a shot at each other, so we'll get to see what team is the best, the best 2 teams are going to match up against each other. So you're definitely in the race to go to the finals. If you make it there, who do you expect to see there?
I expect Dignitas, because LL didn't really practice because I think Shunada was on holiday to New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think they even played the new maps.
Yeah, wow, okay. So even though you haven't played them much, they haven't played them at all yet.
Yeah, like, well, I played them like 5 times or 4 times,
King
so
of the Hill.
I have a basic idea of what's going on.
Yeah, okay, so you at least know the names of the map and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the 3rd match has started. I see King of the Hill. Now, I haven't seen King of the Hill since the early days of Halo 3 where you had it on pits, which was awesome. I love that game, so it was just slaying.
Gain the lead.
Yeah, what would you say is important on Crazy King? I know the hill moves, and it moves randomly or moves set area?
There's one top green where it is now, that's like the middle hill.
Yeah.
And then you get like 2 on the plats, so
on the basis.
like, and yeah, I think it differs where you want to control, because right now you want 1 base and want to control like where they're spawning, obviously, and it's one of the bases. So this is a quite random hill. Like you just want to get scrappy time.
This is like the middle hill in every game type, where like, for people who used to play Halo 2, where you had the bottom middle hill,
exactly.
You just run in there, get some time, try and hold it as long as you can, but you will probably die in that.
Yeah, exactly. And hope they get like bad spawns and you can spawn trap them. So like, but on the other hills,
those are the ones you want to hold down and you want to get all the time out of it.
Yeah, I think you'll see that most of the teams will just take that hill and take most of the time from the game in those hills.
So actually, it reminds me. I just thought of it. Construct on Halo 3, where you had the bottom middle hill at the plat, and everyone just kind of ran in there to get scrappy time and just get some time, but not a lot. And then the top middle hills, the sides, those were the hills where you could actually hold them down.
Yeah, but I think this is even more random. Like, so yeah.
There's a lot of
as you
open
see,
areas.
there's not many time. They got like 40 seconds combined, and the game's already 2 minutes in.
Yeah, the hill's about to move, and it only moves in those 3 areas, so the top middle and both plats. Okay.
You'll see the hill spawn in relocate in 5 seconds to the right of Hybrid. It's running away now, and I don't think that's a smart idea. He has to stay top gold. Yeah, you see the hill moved, and now it's top green doing nothing.
Oh, the hill actually. Oh, that plant. Okay, I thought actually the base. Okay, so that's still a difficult hill to control though. So. I think because it's quite open, you can go over there from the bottom, you can go there from the top, where the old hill was, you can go there from either base.
If you get the hill, you can't really spawn trap him, so you have to play like a bit passive.
Okay. Just defensive.
I think you just have to. Yeah, exactly. You have to stop their push. You don't have to push yourself. Yeah, you got to control goal in this one, and just want to watch top green if they don't flank there. Well, top green and bottom green.
Yeah.
So, I think you'll see a lot of time though. I think Wailers are now 3 down, 3 down, and Spiceboys got hill. If they control this well, they can catch up and just take the lead.
So, off of the new game types, do you like the new additions?
Yeah, I really like this game type.
Okay.
Like, Nexus Hill.
You like the hill game type?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oasis not so much. Well, Oasis Hill is alright, but I don't think he's that good. But I think it's just because it's still random. I don't really know what to do. Well, and so it's still pretty hard to play the map. You just have to find out what's best. And
yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep my eye on you though. If it's random and it's all about skill, then you're probably gonna end up with like 50 or something stupid.
I hope so.
You've been known to do that, so. Yeah, the game actually surprisingly is in the favor of Spiceboys.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like they just took 30 seconds in a hill, and Wailers couldn't do anything.
Even though Hybrid was definitely trying to kill the hill guy, but he managed to get away on a 1 shot, and he just stayed in there for 20 more seconds.
Really?
Yeah, just before I think. The hill is about to move. It's gonna move back to top middle or to the other plat?
Top green, and then to the other plat, and then back to the middle, other plat.
Hill move.
He's only that way. You see, Spiceboys being in the hill every time it relocates.
Yeah, that's actually one of the best things to do though. Like try and set up for the new hill before it actually gets there, and just try and get a good setup.
Yeah, that's what Hybrid did wrong. Like
on the last one, where he rushed top middle.
He went up green, and the hill was like going to another place in like 2 seconds.
Although they are holding the hill, they held it for almost 20 seconds straight there, and that's actually good for the top green hill, I would say.
Yeah, that was a really good play by the whole team.
So it's tied up at the moment. So that's pretty cool. 5 minutes gone almost, and the game's tied up at 80-80. So it seems like a quite a balanced game type, but it seems to be more random than anything right now. There seems to be no real setups yet. There seems to be no real decisions yet.
Yeah, especially top green. I don't think
the open hills like top green are always going to be hard to hold, but you'll see if this game type does stay in. I'm assuming you're testing it.
Yeah, because it might change because of the no green. Well, if they're gonna take no green.
Yeah. But if they do keep it in, then I'm assuming at the in a couple of months you'll see certain setups and strats and positions and that kind of thing, where people will be able to hold 50 to 60 seconds straight. It'll be hard, but it will happen most likely. Especially if you can predict the spawns. I think that's the biggest thing on the top green hill. The top green is a hill, seems to me to be all about controlling the spawns of the other team.
Yeah, like you just have to be on top of the spawns and just distract them because you can't really kill them. And
would you say even, I don't know, this could be a bit radical, but just having 4 people on top at the sniper area, at the top green, and 2 at the bridge, and just switching to either side, you know?
I think that's pretty hard to hold because you need like, well, if you got really good communication, you can do it. But
on a spawn trap, I mean, not just like in general, but if you have 4 down on the other team and just, you know, you would have 4 guys on the top, something like that, would that even work?
I have no idea, to be honest. Well, it might work because it's pretty hard to nade like top middle itself. Top green, you got a lot of cover from like there's a pillar in the middle, so you can like this one right here. You can hide behind that and just
dodge nades if you hear
Exactly.
them coming.
There's quite a lot of cover here. You know,
Yeah.
if you duck or just go behind the walls over there, it seems to me that there's quite a lot of cover. But I think, like you said as well at the start, the side hills will definitely be the ones that you want to get the most time at, and green will just be an extra bonus hill basically. Just make sure the other team doesn't get too much time. So Wailers are in the lead now. They're actually holding the side hill
Yeah, they're
about
holding
20
pretty good.
seconds now.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, they took the lead of 20 seconds as well. So.
Hill control.
It's 2v2 right now, and they're still controlling the hill. So if the other guy watches the hill, they can get a lot of time still.
That's always a bad position to be in. If you're 2 down and the other team still has the
Yeah.
hill, that's crappy.
You can't really rush in the hill because you're most likely gonna die.
Exactly.
It seems that it worked though. They pushed the hill and they took control of it.
Yeah, that's to me that was always one of the bigger things. Like, do you wait for your teammates to spawn and then do an all-out rush? Because if you die, oh wow, fail. if you die doing that, when you wait and then you wait on your teammates and then you rush in and you still don't get the hill, you've given up a lot of time.
Yeah.
However, if you rush in with the 2v, you're most likely gonna die. You're gonna give up a lot of time anyway. So
Hill control.
yeah, the best thing is definitely probably to wait.
Yeah.
But sometimes
It's always a difficult spot to
yeah.
be in though.
But sometimes I guess sometimes it just works out. Where, if you're only with 2 of you, you might want to rush in.
Yeah. Some nice
good
teamwork
stuff.
right there from Irish flanking and Hybrid pushing gold.
Great, that's a great push. No one of Wailers died, and they took out every single.
Yeah, I think
one
they took
of,
4 down.
Spiceboy. Yeah.
They
push.
the new weapon spawn as well, but they took control in the wrong time because there's a new hill right now. And
It's still one of the best pushes we've seen. I think
Yeah,
the best
exactly.
push so far.
yeah, probably because I think they were 4 alive and the other team was 4 down. And that's always huge if you have that.
Hybrid didn't play too well with that grenade launcher again though. Had the top middle control, his team was at the other side and he decided to rush the other team on his own.
I think he's too aggressive on this map. He pushes in their spawn. Well, it's not bad to push in their spawn, but if you're on your own, it's not the best idea.
Yeah, it seems to be wrong timing on his end more than anything. It seems that like the idea is good, but it just
It's gonna be an Audimar here. It's gonna be back to it.
I would back off. Yeah, it seems that like the idea is good, but then his timing is all wrong.
Yeah. Well, you got melted right there.
Yeah.
And they're pushing the hill.
Yeah, I like the way Spiceboys is playing. They're basically playing all out. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Right, 2 guys in the hill. Fuck it. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
just go in there, try to get the other team down, and it's kind of working for them. I mean, they did just take the top hill again, and they seem to have a bit of control going
Yeah.
now.
I didn't expect this, especially in the hill game. I thought it would be like a pretty easy win to the, well, I think better team. But it's still really, really close.
Yeah.
20 seconds.
Although it definitely seems on new game types, it can definitely be a toss-up, especially on objective game types. Like Team Slayer in general will most likely be won by the team who has better teamwork.
Yeah, like you saw, like it was a stake.
Exactly. CTM game types in general as well, because you need good setups for that. But on King of the Hill game types and Oddball game types, I'm not sure if those are in at all. But from Halo 2 and Halo 3 days where we used to have those, sometimes the worst team, so to speak, would actually win the game just by being really super aggressive on the objective and getting time, whereas the practice team wouldn't actually do that and they would lose the game.
Yeah, that's a problem with scrimming. Like, well, you always scrim the same teams in Europe. You don't really have much variation, and if then a team like this comes up and plays so random, then you're not gonna expect it at all.
Just the unexpected factor plays a big part in those games. Although it does seem like Wailers have taken quite a bit of control.
Yeah, they're
now.
outslaying them really hard as well right now. Well, for what I see.
And Hybrid has the snipe. There you go, gets a
kill.
nice double. He's looking for the triple really badly. Nice sniping. Solid sniping.
I don't think he should have left the position.
No, I definitely agree. Almost moving towards the hill. He had great position. He saw where the spawns were, and now he's going to go for some like montage type of snipes. Though Wailers did rack up a lot of time in that last
But if he would stay on green, he could just cover the hill with snipe, because he still had like 3 bullets left.
Yeah, exactly. Like if he would have stayed top green, could like maybe not even held the hill on his own, but he would have made sure the other team would have been able to get much time, if any at all. Well, it seems to work out. His team is doing really well.
It seems like Spiceboys are getting a bit like they're playing too random right now, a bit too random. In the beginning, they played like a bit, well, not super aggressive. Right now, they're just like pushing, keep on pushing.
it definitely looks like Wailers is kind of figuring out the game type as they go as well. They seem the side hills. They seem to know what to hold and look at right now a bit more than they did at the start. Because they've held this last 2 hills for probably like 70 or 80 seconds straight almost.
I don't think Spiceboys even took like 10 seconds of this hill.
No.
I think it was all Wailers.
I think the game is probably about to end.
Yeah.
If I was hybrid, I would just jump in the hill now.
Yeah.
Sure you get it.
Game
That's game over.
Yeah.
So
Pretty good setup at the end.
that basically went as expected, 3-0 for Wailers. Not that close of games actually. I mean, they seemed to take a little bit of time to warm up on all the maps, but once they did, they just ran away with it. And the Team Slayer was really one-sided.
Yeah.
All right. I'm actually not sure what the next game type is.
I think it's done.
Is your team in the building already? Is Gunnar in?
Gunnar is supposed to be here. I think he took a train of 11:25. So.
Okay. So, well, we know.
I missed a call, so it might be him.
Okay. You can go ahead, take the call. I think we're wrapped up for this series. I don't know, Dignitas in the building, LL's in the building, Wailers is here now.
I think everyone but my team.
I think Apex is probably in soon, and then we have Spiceboys. So that's all the 5 teams, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back shortly for the next match. I'll let you guys know what it is as soon as I know. I have no idea. So see you guys in a little bit.